This is Sam from Everett. Hello, Sam. Sam? Sam? Hey, everything okay, Sam?
Greg.
Yeah, Sam, what's going on?
Wiggy.
Yo.
Listen, I know you guys don't want Belichick to get fired, but I got to ask, averaging about 8 games a season, how long do you think you should coach for?
Well, let me ask you this. I'm going to get right to the point. If not Bill Belichick, who is going to be a better coach for this football team? Tell me now.
Okay, so you think Belichick's a good coach, and I don't argue
you're
with
not
you.
answering my question. I can't.
Listen.
Who?
All right, Greg, hello?
Yeah.
Greg. Listen to me. Just answer me this question. Pete Carroll, right?
Sam, are you physically
had
up?
Russell Wilson.
Are you like up on a telephone pole? Have you like tapped into the line and you're talking on one of those like phone worker giant white phone things? Like what is going on? All right, he's gone.
Greg, I got a name for you. I can answer your question.
Yes, who?
Next head coach of the New England Patriots. You ready for this?
Don't. If you say Deion Sanders, I'm going to run out of here.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bobby Slowick. Offensive coordinator.
That's definitely a deep dive
Houston
on
Texans.
22.
Are you kidding me,
Former assistant of Kyle Shanahan's.
Okay.
Taken by D'Amico Ryans to Houston, dialing up some great offensive plays for C.J. Stroud.
This is what we. This is what we talked about at the start of the show.
Bobby Slowick.
This is what we talked about yesterday, this morning at the start of the show.
Right.
With regard to Bill making a move to shore up the defense yesterday and people suggesting that he's lost it. I mean...
What do you think Bobby Slowick would have did?
I don't know what he would have done.
Dialed up better plays.
But it is stupid to think that if you had another coach here with this team...
It's not another coach.
So who is it?
It's that you're paying this guy the highest price of any coach in the NFL.
That's what you pay for greatness.
He's not great anymore.
No, but when you have that...
He's not great anymore.
It's
Can
not
we all
the
agree?
coach. No,
he's still a great coach?
Yes, he is. Still a great coach.
What has he done to show you that?
He holds teams that have unbelievable offenses.
Great defensive coach. Head coach is what I'm talking about.
Right. He's still a great head coach because he can obviously get people to buy in. The only problem is you don't have a quarterback.
Well,
if you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter. Andy Reid's success came because he's always had a good quarterback.
No, it's
Stop it.
Because he's
Alex
at the
Smith,
tip of the
number
spear
1
when it comes to
overall
the
pick.
offense.
Donovan McNabb, number 2 overall pick. Patrick Mahomes is the next face of the league. Let's see how many Super Bowls Andy Reid wins when he doesn't have Patrick Mahomes.
Living in the world
how
today.
many did he win before he got Mahomes?
He didn't win any.
How many Super Bowls does Kyle Shanahan win? One.
He has never won a Super Bowl. In fact, he orchestrated the worst defeat offensively in terms of allowing a comeback in the history of the sport. But my point is simple, that he was a great coach. He's not anymore. He's not. I mean,
so why isn't he a great coach?
Because he does not, relate to the players as well. His way of orchestrating an entire game plan and building a roster, even Devin McCourty, who Greg cited earlier, said, quote, Belichick needs to shift his coaching philosophy.
No, he needs to shift.
He did say that yesterday.
No, he needs to shift his front office philosophy.
He did say that.
Let's get it right. When you start saying coach versus GM, two different things. So don't say he's not.
Well, he has both jobs, Bob.
No, but if you want to say he's not, he needs to shift his thought process as a GM, I will agree with you on that one. But as a coach, don't give me that, because this team, the team that he had with Mac Jones, the team that he had with Cam Newton, if you put any one of those other coaches there, they would have been lucky to win 3 games.
No, you have to have a much better than average quarterback to win in this league.
Yeah.
Look at who was the coach of the year last year, Scheim?
That would be Brian Daboll.
How's he looking right about now? Is he a bad coach?
Nope, his quarterback stinks. That's why he threw a tablet at him on Monday.
His football team stinks. The O-line stinks.
Yeah, that whole team is in
the best
disarray.
players out.
The best way I can describe the Patriots offense is it's like someone today going on a road trip and printing out the directions on MapQuest. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels archaic. It feels like, why are we still
It's
doing
the
this thing that we
quarterback,
did 20 years
Curtis,
ago?
you keep saying the offense. I agree to some point, but the reason why your offense is where it is because until people smarten up and realize it and get shocked into reality, it's the quarterback. If Bill Belichick was coaching the LA Chargers, you think they'd be pretty good?
Yes.
If Bill Belichick was coaching the Cincinnati Bengals, you think they'd be pretty good?
Yes.
It is about, my thing is, him as a GM, he needs to switch his philosophy, not when it comes
Either
to
his
everything, when it comes to the quarterback.
Either his philosophy or Robert Kraft's philosophy.
One of the two.
Which is it?
Right. That has to be switched.
Because Curtis brought it up earlier, you brought it up with Devin McCourty yesterday. Lamar Jackson is an interesting way to look at it.
Thank you.
You had the owners saying publicly, go get the guy.
Yes, which I thought was a bunch of Bobby Copperfield smoke show.
Right.
But go ahead.
Okay, so you could have done that. You'd be in an entirely different position than you're in right now.
And we wouldn't be tripping about the wide receivers. We wouldn't be tripping about the O-line. We wouldn't be tripping about none of that stuff because you'd have Billy O'Brien with a guy that has talent, and he'd be able to build an offense around him. That is the biggest. And I don't know who it is, but until we get to the point where this team that we all love and we love to watch, and whether it's Bill or Robert say, in order for us to get to where we want to get to, we need a quarterback that has elite talent.
But what about something as simple as the offensive line, where I asked Bill before week 1 about how they approached their needs, clear needs at tackle this offseason, and he was defensive, saying we used 3 draft picks, so you can only do this.
But you're hype. What's the saying there? You're going back and forth. You're jumping the fence because a couple weeks ago you talked about how good the offensive line when Trent Brown came back.
Yeah.
So the offensive line is fine.
What in the world?
Yeah, you was
it's
on
not
it.
fine.
The
It's
offensive-
like 29th or 30th in the
No,
league.
no. Curtis cited.
No, but it is.
Curtis cited. And Shime, do you have the audio? Curtis cited
here's
the
a thought for
PFF
you, okay?
grade
Wiggy,
that
if
Trent
you're gonna
Brown
have a
had.
point,
Court, do
you
you
can't-
remember that?
yes.
Okay, wait 1 second.
No, you can't change. You
If you're
can't
gonna
jump
have
over
a
the
point,
fence.
Wiggy, if you're going to have a point, begin with what you're going to say. Don't start talking. Try and figure out your point,
No,
and then
I
ask
know
others
what
to
my
jump
point
in.
was. You
just asked for it when
No,
you started talking.
because you're jumping over the fence now,
What does
blaming
the fence have to do with anything?
because you're sitting here blaming the O-line, and 2 weeks ago you talked about Trent Brown's PFF rating was the best in the NFL, 96.3.
Right, he had a great game a couple weeks ago. What does that have to do with anything?
Because then you went, well, you got the worst offensive line.
Well,
so
they do. Both are true.
You either got a crappy offensive line or you got one of the best
Okay,
offensive
Bill,
tackles.
You don't have a great offensive
What are
line.
you talking
Wiggy.
about? What are we arguing?
Am I the one smoking crack here,
No, you're
Courtney?
not.
No, but you
Let's
don't have
ask
a great
for help
offensive
again.
line.
I'm not asking for
Yes,
help.
you are.
No, I'm just asking you. One day you're like, the O-line sucks.
Yep.
The next day you go to this report and you cite the fact how great the
Co-sign
O-line,
Coco.
how great the O-line was because you got Trent Brown
Don't throw
back.
shade to me.
No,
That's what he said.
No,
Yeah.
your only reason why you're throwing shade,
yeah,
Curtis,
Curtis.
is because you know you're wrong.
What? I'm not wrong.
You
Trent
are
Brown had a
wrong.
good game. What am I saying that's wrong?
Because you had no complaints about the O-line.
Right. I'm reacting to what they've done this year, and I'm talking about how
Against the number 2 team, against the number 1 pass rush in the National Football, the Philadelphia Eagles, they played amazing.
Okay.
Against the Miami
I'm gonna-
Dolphins,
I'm
they
gonna
struggled.
finish the point I was just
no,
making.
you have no point.
Okay, thank you very much. The Patriots didn't do the right job this offseason in building an offensive line. I don't think that's an arguable point. No matter what specific performances in individual games you seek to cite,
You brought it up.
I'm telling you.
Wiggy, they have struggled running the football.
Didn't they just run the football? Did they not run the
Wiggy.
football good against the Jets? And we heard, well, O-line looks
against
good.
the Jets?
Okay.
Yeah, the Jets have one of the best defenses in football.
I don't know.
God.
Am I the one?
No.
That's crazy here? Please.
No, it's just the two Mac Island people are moving things around to
That's
go
it.
with their argument.
Hey, listen,
Okay,
that's
all right.
it.
That's what it is.
Here
Sinking
I am.
ship. You gotta
Yep,
move
I'm
the chairs
defending
around.
Mac again.
That
Yep.
and my only point is Bill is still a great coach. This team, it doesn't have the greatest talent in the world on offense. The O-line has been, there's been some patchworks in there, but they've been decent. The problem is you and Bill and Robert. I know you're listening, Robert, and I've been on bend the knee before. You should have went out and got a guy like Lamar Jackson. You need that type of quarterback in order to have the Patriots back to what we are used to seeing.
Hold on. New take developing from the island.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am.
The problem is not Mac the quarterback. The problem is Mac the offensive coordinator. Now that we learned he's running most of the offense.
Is he the reason they're not running play action?
Yes.
Even though everybody tells us he's so great at play action?
Yes. He is the reason. He does love shotgun. All right.
Loves that no huddle.